Hey everybody, Bird Gutter here. It's Tuesday again, so that means...
No storage place.
Talk. That's jive talk for marijuana.
Nudity on slick paper.
Yeah, another Tuesday.
Cops being cops.
Another Tuesday. Happy fun time. Yippee!
Yay!
So what are we going to talk about on this happy Tuesday fun time show? We're going to talk about self-preservation in an atomic bomb attack.
Yay.
Yay.
Nothing
1950.
Nothing like a bomb attack to make it brighten your day.
And not just a bomb attack, an atomic bomb attack. So let's just say it starts off with shots at Japan after we fucking bombed the fuck out of them.
I love we're talking about bomb prevention, but we're the ones doing the bombing.
Preservation.
Whatever.
There's a difference between... Whatever, moving on.
I don't know words.
So during this, the film strip breaks, and these guys that were about to watch a film strip are now stuck talking to each other.
Oh no, Captain, what we gonna do?
Well, one of them wants to watch a... Well, he wants to watch a Western.
I'll have this gizmo fixed in a second. Then put on something easier to take. A rootin' tootin' Western. With men fighting it out the old-fashioned way. Yeah, none of that atom business.
I mean, really, who does it? Because who wants to talk about atomic bombs and stuff?
No, that's poopy. Let's watch, dudes back in the day killing each other. They're like, that's how a fight is. That's how you have a fight. Like old Western style. Like, so you just stand right in front of each other and go, bang, bang, ow, fuck,
Well, I guess that is better because at least the two people that want to be in it are involved in it and not thousands of people get vaporized in an instant.
But white people stole all their shit from everybody else. They didn't know how to fight back in the day. They stole it from the Native Americans. The Native Americans taught them how to fucking fight properly. No, dumbasses, no, stand out in open and just shoot. That dumb. Hide behind a tree. They're like, oh, cover.
Your accent's almost as good as the fucking dude's accent. From Acid Eaters.
Oh.
Dance for Woman.
Hoo-ha, hee-hee, hoo-ha. Yeah. Well, I don't pretend to be Native American. I'm sorry.
You just did.
I did for a minute. Yes. Whatever.
Should I just move on?
Please.
So now we move on to the model here of this nice little coastal town. It's a nice little coastal town.
It's like Rio or something.
Yeah. But less shitty. So anyway, and then, here.
I've never been to Rio.
Here.
I can't say it's all shitty.
Here.
The kind of a city an enemy would want to knock out. A spot where he might drop an egg. An atomic egg. What an omelet that'd make.
An atomic egg.
That's what an atomic egg would do. That's crazy, man. So if you guys get like a carton of atomic eggs, get rid of that shit.
Oh, and now after that, since it's 1950, we have to compare bombs to women here.
Look, I won't kid you about the A-bomb. I've seen what it can do in Japan, Bikini, and Awitak. It's deadly. It's like a woman. That I'd have to see. I mean, never underestimate its power. Don't lose your head, use it.
That was great. He's like, just like women, dangerous, evil,
deadly. So yes, now they are told to imagine themselves in the model having
sex.
Fun. No, having fun. And not even sex fun, having
1950s
fun.
Yeah, but that's back in the day when people were trusted. You know what I mean? They could drive big bumper boats and shit, not worried about drowning. Or, you know what I mean? Whatever. They could do. Back in the day, they had all kinds of crazy shit, that you could do. Roller coasters were properly strapped down, they were just basically coming off the rails going around bends and shit, Nobody gave a fuck. Now we're all like, ooh, everything has to be padded, because we're pussed out, bro.
Anyway, moving on. Air raid siren happens, and everybody loses their shit. I mean, as you fucking would.
What do you think would happen?
But they don't exactly lose their shit. They all just kind of run for cover, and here is where you're supposed to run for cover if there is a nuclear bomb attack, which there could be because the world is fucking burning.
Drop whatever you're doing. Find the nearest hole and make like a mole. A subway's okay. Stay out of flimsy buildings. They give bad protection. A basement's fine, preferably under a solid, well-constructed building. And the safest positions are near strong supporting columns or next to the walls, protected from falling bricks and 2x4s. If there's no underground shelter handy, pick a room in a good building close to the ground. It ought to be airtight and light-proof as possible, with the doors shut, windows closed, and blinds drawn.
So yes, those are all the places that you could find a place to hide. And now they compare the bombings to World War II in London, you know, blah, blah, blah. And if these people could survive, you sure can survive, except for they weren't nuclear bombs.
Right, they were little bombs compared to the giant.
Well, speaking of now, they do compare the bombs, so here's a little bomb comparison talk.
World War II bombs were cream puffs compared to what you may be up against. But the defensive measures are about the same.
So after that happens, we now get an animation on how a wall works. Awesome!
Just in case you didn't know, that's how a wall works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they also tell us that a wall is not preferable, a building is preferable.
Well, because he
Awesome.
said, like, radiation can bounce off like a basketball.
Oh yeah, he did say that. And oh, I guess there was another part where this guy, this little evil guy comes popping up and death glares at the wall. What the fuck?
I'm not sure. Was this around the time that they were experiencing with LSD in the military? Because that would explain it.
So now this guy here, the guy with the curly wavy. Oh no, wait a minute, that's all of them that
Yeah,
have the
every single dude
greasy
here
curly fucking
I know,
wavy
why the hell
hair.
did they get a wave? Did they put their wife's curlers in their hair before they went to bed?
I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, he asked.
I mean, they shower butt to butt.
About we didn't get that far either.
No.
But anyway, he asked about being out in the open here.
I've been figuring I got caught away from any of the shelters. Out in the open. So what do? Play dead?
Right. Or maybe you will be. If there was a ditch handy, you'd flop in it. But there isn't. So hit the dirt, like men did in World War II. Lie flat, face down.
One way to survive is make sure you cover the back of your head with your little sailor
Yeah,
cape.
your little sailor cape. Pull that up and like just cover your face. And shit.
Oh yeah,
That'll
and
be fine.
don't look up.
Yeah, don't look up. You don't worry about
Because, you know, your eyeballs will melt out of their sockets.
Yeah, don't worry about the heat blast that's gonna fucking rip your skin from your toes to your asshole up to your neck, all the way off. You know, with your clothes. You're just gonna be obliterated. You ever seen leaves get blown away? That's gonna be you, my friend. If you just fall down and go, eh. Not that you're gonna be able to run away anyway, because you know, the blast will get you.
So, whatever. They imagine now that a bomb goes off in the model. And they explain the results here. Let them explain the results.
The spot directly below the blast, which we call ground zero, is just that. A goose egg. A lot of nothing. And out to a mile or more, the destruction's terrific, with only a few strong structures surviving. Damage naturally peters out from ground zero. But all big explosions are affected by obstacles such as hills. Behind a hill may be a building that came through okay. While further out in the open will be another that went to pieces.
And blah, blah, fucking blah. Now they're talking about, well, if it wasn't that kind of bomb, what if it was like a submarine bomb? So they talk about that for a while.
Like, what would happen if it went off in the water? It was like, well, you know, still there's going to be tons of radiation.
But it's coming in mist and fog now. So what do you need to do? You need to get inside and wait.
And just wait out. Yeah, but here's what I love. I love how they always like, support the troops. They want us to support the troops. But back in the day, even now, they're fucking them over like crazy. Not giving them the proper medication, PTSD, not helping them at all. But back then, when they were like, oh, we're going to test out these big giant nuclear bombs.
Go
you
right
guys
in
hang
there.
out right there, right? Just chill there. Put these goggles on. You'll be fine.
You know,
or
like,
hang out in the boats where we blow this fucker up. Because you saw those boats were pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
So if you were on deck or whatever, you'd be like, blah, blah. You know, they don't give a fuck about you, bro. Get off me, man.
But anyway,
I'm sorry.
moving
I don't want
on.
to burst anybody's bubble that might be considering going into the military or whatever. I'm sure there's parts that are okay, like when you go to like lunch and shit. But like the PT and all that other horse shit, you know, some guy going like right in your face, like that's probably gotta suck balls. And then going to war and dying for a couple old dudes in Washington give two flux about your life. Okay, I guess I could have just talked him out of the military, didn't I?
Moving on.
Thank you.
So now we learn what happens if you really need to go outside.
Your handkerchief makes a pretty fair filter. Breathe through it.
Oh yeah, your handkerchief. That's gonna fucking save
Right,
you.
you're a see-through cloth handkerchief, you know?
Yeah.
You're-
But we also learned some other tips.
Move crosswind as much as possible. Take advantage of cover, of passageways protected from contamination. Don't collect souvenirs like watches and coins. They may be hot.
Yeah, like not looting.
don't loot.
Don't pick up coins because they may be hot, but basically don't loot.
The only place that would loot after a nuclear bomb would be like LA. People would be like, literally their skin melting off, but they would still have enough energy to break through and grab a couple TVs.
So anyway, they make it to a point where these dudes in a Jeep pull up and Geiger counter them, you know?
Yeah, anal probe 'em.
And then take them away, they strip off their clothes, and this is where they shower butt to butt.
The guard girl pulls up and they're like, "Hey, where's your handkerchiefs? You're gonna survive this radiation."
But now, Bird, now you can talk about them showering butt to butt if you
Butt
want.
to
I know
butt,
that
yeah.
was the whole
Butt
thing you
to
took
butt.
away from this.
But yeah, dude, I swear to God, like I don't know if I couldn't do that. Like I'm sorry, like I'm comfortable with my sexuality that if dude rubbed my butt, I wasn't gonna turn around and be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like I'd just be like, like up against the thing, like showering like this. Like I would only get this part of my body because I wouldn't want to move around any other way.
Well, then why would you turn around? Well, I guess then you'd be dick
You'd
to
be
front.
dick the fucking butt, you know, and unless he turned, and then you'd be like sword fighting.
True. Yeah.
You know, so it'd be like, you know, two elephants smacking their heads together.
Anyway. So after that, the guy gets the film strip fixed. They start watching it, and then it ends. That's it. Done.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Over. The end.
Oh.
See? Blah, blah, end.
Oh. So that was it, right? You know?
Yeah. So now we know how to survive in an atomic attack.
I wouldn't recommend doing any of these things. What I would recommend is...
Well, I would recommend getting underground, like they were saying.
Here's an idea. Why don't we just get rid of them? Like, why do we need the atomics, or the hydrogen, or the whatever bomb? Why do we
need bombs?
Why do we need bombs? Why? I don't understand it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, that's the attack for my freedoms and my flag. I'm like, no, you're fucked. There's something wrong with your brain, man. People burning fucking Kaepernick's jersey. I'm a diehard Steeler fan. You know what I mean? But I'm not like, burning jersey. It's freedom of expression. Something he's allowed to have. That whole, fight for my freedom. It's like, well, what, your personal freedoms or everybody's freedoms? Because it seems to me like these people are totally against, like, they don't even know what it means, I don't think. I don't think they have a clue what it means. To them it means, like, you know, my freedom, but I don't want you to have your freedoms. You know what I mean? These are these people. They're cracked.
On that note,
I don't
for Bird and Gutter, we'll see you next week. Which will be wearing the exact same clothes and the exact same coffee cups because we're filming 2 in a row because next week I have fucking jury
You'd be like,
duty.
wait a minute, and one thing, Bird had facial hair, now he has no facial hair, now he's back to facial hair, but he had I don't understand.
Yeah.
You'll confuse them.
So yeah, jury duty, yay.
I told you, just go in and act fucking insane.
Well, by the
They
time
won't
this
take
airs,
you.
I will already not be done with it.
You'll already be in it. Like, he did it. Wait.
Oh shit, I wonder will this one be the morning, that morning. Oh god.
Morning off.
Anyway,
What?
now we gotta figure out what
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
watch next and do that.
I couldn't do that. You're like rubbing each other's butts together. Like, hey Tom, could you like wash me back there? Because like we're basically back to fucking back.
We didn't get that far yet.
My back pimple.
We didn't get
off
that-
Your back pimple.
We didn't get that far yet. Save something for when we get that far.
Oh, save some room for later. More Ovaltine, please.